Phil, back to back to back promotions. How does that sound?
No, just amazing. And the key for me today is how we've done it when the kind of the key games came in the pressure games, and Blackpool away last week, and the performance today was really controlled and at times high quality. And I'm so pleased with that, because getting over the line in football is hard. It really is. And having the control and the mentality to produce a performance of that standard in such a pressure game is enormous credit to everybody.
You've had some pretty special moments with this club. Where does that one rank amongst your time?
You know, the kind of the strength of the division this year, and coming into it with a lot of players who hadn't played at the level. Obviously some had, seeing how we'd adapt to it, you know, and look at the teams we've left in our wake this season, the teams who won't even make the playoffs, teams like Charlton, who are such a big club and a lot of resources, who will be in the playoffs. So I think that, taking everything into consideration, to get into the championship is amazing.
For some of the newer fans, this may feel like just the normal, but can you sum up how special this is as an achievement, not just for you, for the club, but on a wider footballing sense?
Well, everyone's been talking about making history for obviously all season. Right at the start, we knew what was at stake, and it can never take that away from us. And every supporter, the owners, everybody connected with the club, the staff, the players, these medals mean a lot, and they're worth a lot, because to create history today with the 3 promotions is amazing. There's so much work has to go in. There's trials and tribulations along the way in any season. There's ups and downs, but you've got to stay strong as a group, both the staff and the players and the owners, and we always have, and we've pulled through together and finished in style.
You've experienced a lot of promotions in your time. At the start of the season, did you think this was possible?
I felt we'd built a decent squad, but there's still some unknowns. But also it was quite good to have the underdog card at times as well, where in the last 2 seasons we'd been expected to win everywhere and go to Bolton in front of 25,000 where their fans were expecting. And that was good for us. You know, there's teams who've got high expectations as well. So I think we utilised that, or used that well as a group. So did I expect it? Of course, I go into every season thinking we can achieve promotion. But to do it is amazing. It hasn't quite sunk in, I've got to be honest with you. We've got to process it, enjoy it with the lads tonight, and the staff and families, because the families do so much for us, support us along the way, and you know, this is for them as well.
When you think about the run-in and how you've secured promotion, how much pride can you take in the attitude, application and desire of the players to perform under the pressure?
Yeah, I think it's, people talk about motivation, and the motivation is always going to be high in games like this, but it's getting the level right. We're motivated, we're committed, we're prepared to run the hard yards, but also there's enough coolness and calmness in our minds to play the right pass at the right time and make good decisions, and that's the balance you've got to strike in these games. And there's so many good performances today, and I'm sure I don't really want to talk about individuals, because that would be unfair, but there was a very strong mentality in the group today.
As you say there, it's not about individuals. Promotion isn't about individuals. It's about this historic club, the owners, the squad, everyone that's put everything into it. When you reflect back now, is there anyone that you'd like to pay tribute to?
I think it's a collective. You know, the owners have come in and done an amazing job, and I'm so pleased for them, because they deserve it. And you know, there's lots of ways you can be supportive of as owners, and it can be make sure we get that key player when it matters the most, but it also can be support as well when the results don't go quite as well as you want them to, but equally also allowing us to do our job, and that's what they've always done. They're invested in all the decisions, but they trust us in our decision making, and that's why we've had success over the last 3 years.
You brought into the community here at Wrexham. How was the feeling to be able to celebrate that success with so many people that have gone through such hardships during the time in their club and now get to taste great success?
Yeah, well, the club's all about the community. I think everyone can see that today, and seeing the fans on the pitch at the end means a lot. And I was just stood in the technical area and savouring looking at people enjoying it, because that's what it means. The area has had an incredible lift with the team's success over the last few years. This is for all those supporters who follow the team in those 15 years in the National League, in really, really tough times, but stood strong behind their club, and they deserve tonight.
Thank you very much, Phil. Congratulations.